Hare Krishna. We are meant to wait on God, not wait for God. Wait on someone means to serve that person. For example, if a person is it is especially specifically used often for a waiter who waits on a customer. The customer gives an order and then the waiter gets that. And then the customer gives a new order, the waiter is waiting. Okay, come, I'll take this. Take this like that. I'll order that, I'll get that. So now, wait for, when it is applied to God, wait for God means that sometimes people say that I will start I will devote myself to God when God calls for me. I will change and become a better person when God changes me from within. So such people wait for God to act on their behalf, to act for them. Now God may also act, and God may give some signs by which they may become convinced that yes, I need to change. But the important thing is the idea of waiting for God comes from a notion that is from a conception of God that is based on an illusion. That conception is that actually God is meant to be. We don't have any intrinsic connection with God, and for developing the connection, we need to that God needs to take the first step, and not only take the first step, God needs to take many steps so that we will reciprocate. But the fact of the matter is that we are eternally connected with God. Bhagavad describes in the Bhagavad 15.7. Mamaivamsho jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatanaha manah shasthani indriyani prakriti sthani karshyati. So Mamaivamsho jiva loke. So Krishna says that all living beings are my parts, my amshas. So just as the hand waits on the body, okay, then the body says, okay, pick this up. And the whole body needs to pick up something, the hand picks it up. So now here if we say waiting on is not having any negative connotation. It is not that waiting on is sometimes in some cultures, waiting on someone else might be considered to be very demeaning. Who am I? I'm a great person. Why should I wait on you? But the idea is waiting on in the case of when there is love. Then when there is a natural organic connection, and waiting on is an expression of love. So when we have an understanding that I am a part of Krishna and I am meant to serve him, then waiting on him doesn't seem to be in any way denigrating or humiliating, because we understand that is what I am meant to do. That is how I am actually meant to love and serve Krishna. So waiting on Krishna in that sense becomes a positive way of connecting with him, and a very affirmative way of connecting with him. So we, rather than expecting that Krishna will do something, then I will do something for him, we need that everything that we have is coming from Krishna. Even the ability, the talent that we have is coming from Krishna. Our very existence is by the grace of Krishna. So we are meant to wait on him, and Krishna guides us from within and guides us from without. Within as the Paramatma, without as the Guru Sadhu Shastra. He guides us so that we can move onwards in our devotional journey, in our spiritual journey towards him, and we can ultimately attain him. So that is how we wait on God. If we make that our motive, wonderfully speaking, we will find that if we have that focus of waiting on God, then that itself will keep our intention and our consciousness connected with Krishna, and that connection with Krishna itself is the source of life's supreme fulfillment. So when we wait for God, then we are just waiting for something dramatic for God to do, and it's a very passive way of living. But when we wait on God, it's a very affirmative way of living where the connection with Krishna brings constant happiness in our life, and when we are able to do something wonderful while waiting on Him, while carrying on His instructions, then that's even more wonderful. So it becomes a very fulfilling life when we shift from waiting for God to waiting on God. Thank you. Hare Krishna.